to get your credit repaired, but then you're talking about months and years on end, and you're paying all this money and nothing ever happens. So we came up with the idea, why don't we just go into providing a new credit privacy number, because it is legal. It's on the FBI website, it's on the Federal Trade Commission website, it's even on Freddie Mac website, stating that a person can have a legal CPN as long as it's validated. We take that process and we take it a little bit, step further than most companies do, because we want, when a person gets a credit privacy number, first we're going to make sure that it's validated, that it only belongs to them. We're going to give them all of the do's and don'ts, and we stress that more so than anything, because we want this person to understand that this is not a quick fix or anything. This can be something that can be permanent, and whatever you've done in your past with your credit is your past. What we're trying to do is just give you something new. It's like a fresh start.
Okay, fantastic. So why would you want to invest in a market that has so much negativity associated with it? On one hand, there are tons of articles that state, is it even legal to have a credit privacy number? And on the other hand, it states it is perpetuating fraud.
Well, that comes with the territory. I take something from, I learned a long time ago, it was probably back in 2009. I had read this, I was online and I watched this documentary about House of Cards, and it explained how the real estate market probably could have been averted, but it could not have, it didn't have to fail. It failed because too many people were making a lot of money. They did not care. They were packaging up bad loans and sending them, shipping them off to other countries and stuff, and we wind up bankrupting a lot of countries because of these bad default loans that we were doing. But there was this one guy who bet against the market, saying that the market was going to actually crash, and he became a billionaire doing it because he watched how all of these bonds were getting these high ratings, and these ratings were garbage because most of the loans that were packaged up were garbage. So what I did was, when I started researching CPNs, I saw all the negative. Everything that you can think that's bad is about CPNs. But you got to look at the information and take it for what it is. I don't believe that having a credit privacy number is fraud. I don't believe it's a scam. I believe that it's our legal right. Politicians, sports entertainers, sports celebrities, just your regular entertainers, people in the witness protection program, they all have credit privacy numbers. So for them to have them, why can't the average consumer have them? That's why I wanted to invest into it, because like I said, all the negative, I just feel that if it gets regulated, which is something I hope that they do, then we'll be right on line and we'll be doing it the right way. And I just believe that it'll be a plus for the country.
Okay, absolutely. So why do you feel you can be the voice of even pushing the regulations for CPNs?
Because it starts with believing in it. I've never done nothing in my life. Whether it was mortgages, personal funding, business funding, I've never put my name or put my time into something that I didn't believe in. I believe wholeheartedly about CPNs because I know the value of them. A lot of people don't. That's where a lot of the fraud comes in at, because they look at it as being a quick buck. I see something greater. I see people getting their footing back in the credit threshold. I see the economy starting to work again. It's not going to work because of cash, because as you see now, everything is so digital. They don't even want cash transactions anymore. It's always going to be some kind of electronic transfer. So when you start dealing with credit, I think credit is, when they say cash is king, I think credit is king. And I think for a long time it's going to be, well, for the rest of the time it's going to be like that. So why not invest in something that you see so negative that you can see the positive in it and you can turn it around? And I just feel like I can turn it around.
Okay, absolutely. So exactly what makes Credit 360 any different from any other company that specializes in credit privacy numbers?
I don't say that we're different. I just say that we don't really try to keep up with what's going on the side of us, in the back of us, in front of us. We're not into this thing for competition. What we want to do is bring out a good product, stand behind that product. We want to make sure that that product does what it says it's going to do, that we have the back office support that client wants. When they want to talk to someone, we want to make sure that we're there to talk to them. Competitors are always going to try to outprice you or try to underbid you and things like that. We don't get into all of that. Our thing basically is all educate. And if a lot of companies fell in line and started doing the same thing and not being about the competition, it would help the economy more so than it just would help them. You're going to always make money. There's always ways to make money in finance. But this right here, we're not selling shoes. We're selling a need. And need, and when I say a need, anybody can go buy a pair of shoes, but how many people do you know that need their credit done? Almost 60 million people last year went on websites, went on the internet looking for some kind of credit restoration or looking for some kind of credit repair or some kind of alternative to credit repair. And we just want to be that company that they actually subscribe to.
Okay, absolutely. So let me ask you this. So what is your niche product?
Our niche product is actually funding, because you got to go from one level to the next level. Like I said, we have different levels in our company. It's easy to get a person credit worthy. That's one of the things that, we specialize in. But what we want to do is take that client from being a consumer into being an entrepreneur. We don't want them to pay back their credit out of their wages. That to me is ludicrous. You want to actually set up a business so that you can start paying back your creditors, through your business and everything.
Okay, absolutely. So you state that your company has 3 levels of participation. Can you explain in a little detail exactly what they are?
Yeah, the first one is getting you credit worthy, meaning that we'll take you, doesn't matter what your credit look like, because we're not, like I said, we're not into credit repair. We'll take you from the beginning, which means that we'll get you a new credit privacy number that's going to be associated with your name, your birthday, your address. So it'll be a brand new start, a fresh start. We'll build your credit up where you'll start getting credit cards. That's one. Once you start getting the credit cards, the next phase is to start getting some personal loans so that you're actually building your credit profile up a little bit more. Say if you do want to start that business, not everybody is not ready to be a business owner or anything like that, because they, all they've done is just work all their life. But we want to take them or give them the idea that, yeah, you can fulfill a dream. Maybe you want to open up a hot dog stand, maybe a tire shop or whatever. So we want to get you into the personal funding, which is the second phase of it. So once we get you the funding that you need to open up your shop and all this other kind of stuff, you have the credit, you have the money, now you can open up your shop. And the third thing is we want you to give back just like this company is giving back. Everything that we do is about helping that person because we want that person to help the next person.
Okay, and so what are some of the fees associated with the CPN?
The only fees that you pay is the $199 to get started. That gets you your CPN number. And then once you get your first credit card, you pay the other $199. So it's $398 total. There are no other fees or anything associated with getting the CPN number and getting the credit cards. Once you have obtained the credit cards, our contract is basically up with you, but you can sign another contract and say, hey, I want to open up a shop and I'm going to need $20,000 or $30,000. Then we sign another contract and we charge you 5% of whatever the funds that we get you. So if we get you, $10,000, we'll wind up getting 5% of the $10,000.
Okay, Tony, listen, I'm new to this. So can you walk me through the whole program?
The whole program?
The whole program.
Easily. Okay, we take you, you go to the website. Everything is on the website. All the documents, all the laws, so that you can see that everything is above board and that is legal. You go to the website. There are questions that you got to ask. We have an 800 number that you can call. And once you call, we can answer any of these questions that you may have. The second part of it is we then assign you a number. Once we assign you that number, we go ahead and get that number validated, and it goes directly to you. Then we apply for your first major credit card. Once you get that first major credit card, which is not going to be a lot, it's only going to be between $300 and $500. Then we go ahead, once you get that card, we tell you what to actually do once you get the credit card in hand. Then we go apply for your second credit card, and then so on, we go ahead and get your third credit card. Now, like I said, the contract is over with because we only guarantee 3 credit cards.